My name is Dr. Maureen Reid from the Department of Psychology here at Ryerson University, and standing beside me is Dr. Saeed Issa from the Department of Civil Engineering at Ryerson University. We wanted to tell you about a study that we recently completed in collaboration with Dr. Frank Russo from the Department of Psychology, which was funded by the Ontario Ministry of Transportation. In this study, we examined how older drivers would respond if we raised light levels slightly on Ontario roads and highways at night. Right now, we're standing in the driving simulation lab here at Ryerson University in the Department of Civil Engineering. And we wanted to tell you a little bit about our key findings for this report that we have finished, and also demonstrate how the simulation works.
Okay, well, as a background, previous research has shown that many older adults, 60 years and over, tend to avoid driving at night or report driving difficulty during the night. Yet there has not been much in-depth research conducted in this area. And in Ontario, older adults are the fastest growing driving group, and they represent about 13% of licensed drivers. So the objective of this research was to find out whether older drivers' performance at night would improve if the roadways were more brightly lit. And we also wanted to know learn more about the driving experiences of older adults.
To achieve our objectives, we designed a three-phase study. In the first phase, we asked 219 older drivers to complete a survey that examined their driving experiences at night. We were asking them about whether they avoid driving at night. We asked them about the difficulties that they have at night. As well, we wanted to know how they compensate for those difficulties. In the second phase of our study, we asked 97 older, younger, and middle-aged drivers to come to our Vision Sciences laboratory here at Ryerson University. Older, younger, and middle-aged drivers were asked to participate in visions testing at optimal light levels, as well as nighttime driving light levels. In addition, they were tested for their cognitive abilities, and that is how well they react or how quickly they react to things in their environment. 75 older, younger, and middle-aged adults were also asked to come to our third phase of the study. In this study, they came to this room, the driving simulator lab at Ryerson University, and we asked them to participate in a simulation where they drove at regular night driving levels, and then we increased the lighting level for the roadway very slightly to a slightly higher or brighter light level, and look to see if that changed their driving.
I will now give you a brief demonstration of the two tests that the participants took. First, under typical lighting conditions at night, and then under increased lighting conditions. Okay, this is the first road test with the typical lighting conditions, and the participants were asked to follow the traffic rules and drive as they would on a real highway. Kilometer per hour, and we have just put some pedestrian on the side to justify why the speed is reduced, at least to be more realistic. This is the second road test with the increased lighting level, and the participants were asked to follow the same rules, and it is almost identical to the previous road test.
In this study, we found that older adults have a great number of vision difficulties with age. In addition, they also have cognitive difficulties, and these cognitive difficulties result in poor responses or less quick responses to things in the environment. We also found that these difficulties are exacerbated by nighttime driving levels. Some of our findings in this study, while we had many interesting ones, two of the findings that we'd like to outline that we think are particularly important are, number one, that the higher light levels resulted in better sign reading by our older adults. In other words, they could read the signs further away from the signage. As a result, they were able to wayfind a little bit better, or they could also deal with other traffic conditions a little bit better. Our second finding, on the other hand, was very interesting. We found that with the increased light levels, the older, middle-aged, and younger drivers all increased the number of times they drove over the speed limit, they often drove on the shoulder of the road, or they were less accurate in dealing with curved sections of our highway. The brighter light seemed to increase the driver confidence, and they became less cautious and paid less attention to the way in which they were driving.
Well, to conclude, there is much to study about night driving for older adults, but based on our study, we have made 3 recommendations to help seniors drive better at night. First, we recommend increasing the lighting level slightly around signage, such as information sign and the speed limit signs. This would help older drivers to see the signs at a further distance and react to them more quickly. Second, before increasing the lighting level in other areas of the highway, we recommend that driver behavior should be carefully examined. And we believe that this should give us a better understanding of how drivers behave on the road, especially on horizontal curves. And finally, our results show that people who drive less have more difficulty driving at night. People who drive less at night have more difficulty driving at night. And so our third recommendation was to encourage seniors to practice in a safe night driving in a safe environment in order to improve this skill.